EVE Online is turning its back on NFTs and blockchain, at least for the foreseeable future. The message comes from CCP boss Hilmar Peterson, who just a few months ago was saying that both NFTs and cryptocurrency should be a part of gaming's future. So, what changed? Well, it seemed CCP felt it necessary to address player speculation on the potential introduction of NFTs into EVE. But what was the source of this player speculation? Well, none other than Hilmar himself. In an interview with the Korea Economic Daily, Hilmar stated, "We have conducted research related to NFT and blockchain as they are based on a decentralized system, which is similar to CCP Games' operation. However, it is a little too early for us to entirely introduce NFTs or pay to earn." But if that's not enough for you, let's not forget that EVE Online has experimented with NFTs as rewards for recent in-game events. Over the past few months then, player speculation about NFTs and blockchain within EVE Online has continued to grow. Now this of course is both a source of anxiety for some players as well as a source of anticipation for other players. Of course, NFTs are very divisive, yet over time, games players have made it extremely clear they have very little patience for them. In fact, for the most part, players have made it abundantly apparent they really don't want NFTs in their games full stop. However, none of this has deterred companies like Square Enix and Ubisoft from steaming ahead with their own NFT projects. For NFT supporters, the argument is that some games very much do support the idea of blockchain as well as the idea of play to earn. EVE Online would be no stranger to this. There's an argument to be made that the game would actually be the perfect example, the perfect platform to implement both NFTs and blockchain, as well as play to earn. The counter to that argument is that the technology is as yet untested and it's all at the mercy and at the hands of greedy corporations. If they want to abuse blockchain, if they want to abuse NFTs, then they're in a very good position to do so. Bad monetization practices, after all, are not a new thing. And, well, I think there's plenty of warning signs with the new tech right here. CCP then find themselves at a potential crossroads, and they wanted to make it very clear to players that they don't intend to go down the route of NFTs, at least not for the foreseeable future. And they did very specifically say foreseeable future. That point then should be underscored because obviously it leaves the gate open for CCP in the future to return to this idea. And personally, I think the CCP are entirely within their rights and, quite reasonable to do this. After all, there's no telling where the technology may go. Perhaps if companies decide to not fully exploit it and exploit players, but instead make good use of it, there may be some as yet unseen benefits to implementing the tech within games. In fact, CCP Hilmar touched on this. Many of us at CCP have been following the new frontier that has been developing around blockchains and cryptocurrencies for the past years. We've read your feedback and we also see what you see. Blockchain tech has both a lot of untapped potential and a lot of work needed before being ready for EVE-scale games. On that note, we have no plans to add blockchain technology into EVE Online's global server Tranquility for the foreseeable future. For the coming years, development for Tranquility will focus on building exciting new opportunities on top of the robust foundation that has been laid over the past 2 decades. So, it's very likely that EVE Online players just sighed a collective breath of relief. Whilst NFTs may well come to the game in the future, it's not happening anytime soon. Now, could CCP's decision on this have implications for the wider gaming industry? Well, that's kind of a two-sided question. On the one hand, EVE Online is perfectly positioned to adopt the technology, and had CCP done so, you can bet that other companies would be watching it very, very closely. But conversely, now CCP have decided to ignore it, at least for now. The company is small enough for bigger companies to completely ignore. So, whilst CCP themselves are willing to walk away from the technology, it's unlikely them doing so is going to influence the decisions of bigger players such as Ubisoft and Square Enix. But that of course doesn't mean these bigger players are going to be successful with their plans. After all, Ubisoft has had somewhat of a dumpster fire with their experimentations in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The NFTs here were sold for a few months, at which point Ubisoft eventually decided to abandon them. Basically, it was ill thought out, ill planned, and just didn't work for them. But they've made it very clear that they're not abandoning NFTs altogether and will be integrating them into other games in the future. Personally then, I feel that CCP have made the smart decision, whilst Ubisoft are certainly playing with fire. But that might just be me. Do let me know what you feel in the comments section below, I'd love to hear from you. Do you think there's a place for NFTs and blockchain technology in the future of gaming, or do you think that all games, no matter what, should stay away from them completely? As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.